Previously on.
You don't want to have to open your mouth 6 to 9 inches wide just to eat your burger, but if you can, go ahead, girl. Right, girls. Trader Joe's have a teriyaki chicken that's cut up just like this, but it's in the frozen section. So if you're a frozen section girl, which is a Rachel Ray girl, you might want to go to Trader Joe's and get this chicken. Now come close. Come real close. Lettuce is nasty. Like, it's really dirty, so make sure you clean it extremely well. You talking about sending someone to the bathroom with an upset stomach? Feed them some dirty lettuce and then give them a cocktail. Hell, better yet, give it to your mother-in-law. I'm sure she deserves it. Here's your plate. Don't act like I didn't feed y'all this week. Look at this damn burger. Look at this damn burger. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hello, and welcome back to Giselle Eats. I had got a lot of questions about what type of bourbon did I use last week on game day 2. Well, I was using Woodford's Reserve. I usually put it in my decanter to keep it decorative, but this is it right here. I'm gonna pop it up on the screen. It's Woodford's Reserve. And it's really, really good for seasoning your ribs or seasoning the bourbon chicken, or just having you a nice stiff one. But let's get into this grocery quick run this morning. I ran out of green seasoning, so I do need to make some for today's game day. Happy game day, everyone. Thank y'all for coming back again. And I hope everybody is in good spirits. So let's grab this ginger dressing. I like using the ginger dressing in my green seasoning. I don't know what it does besides give it that gingery flavor and help with the whole marinating of your chickens and your beefs and your lambs and your goats. But I really, really love it. But we're going to head over and grab some other things that we need for the week. I was thinking about making a meatloaf and maybe some cornbread or green beans on Monday. So we're gonna grab those things while we're in here. But I know I need some water. I'm completely out of water. But today's tailgate game day experience extravaganza, we're gonna have some fake jerk chicken. Yes. Fake jerk chicken and pasta salad. A twist on pasta salad. Everyone usually cooks pasta salad almost the same. Either they add too much meat, too much cheese, or all that damn dressing. But today, I have something very, very special. I love this water right here. This is the water I was looking for. But make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, because there will be more. Let's go home. Now, let's wash our hands while we discuss today's game. Let me know in the comment section who you're looking forward to. I am definitely looking forward to seeing the Miami Hurricanes. They go up against the Florida Gators. The Miami Hurricane is expected to be model champions for the ACC. WVU go up against Kansas Jayhawks at 6 p.m. Nebraska. I think them facing off against Michigan will be a great game. Now the Boombox Classic. I am so ready for next week. Here are my top 2 moments of Boombox Classic 2018 and 2023. Amazing job. So before we get started on this green seasoning, I want to talk about the song that's playing in the background. It randomly came on and I just started swaying my hips and doing the bachata. So I thought it was very fitting. So I cut I cut it up, but I'm gonna have to turn it off here in a minute so it won't mess up my monetization. But this green seasoning is very customizable. I like heavy ginger and I like it extremely spicy, but it adds a vibrant, fresh, deeply flavorful to your dishes, especially your jerk chicken, and your oxtails, and your roasted pork. I will say it's better to make it than buy it out of the store. I will pop up a few different other items that you can grab from the grocery store that might work, but the green seasoning is key for the jerk chicken. Now, I'm not Jamaican, I am not Caribbean, so this is Southern style green seasoning, but it works. It is so good. When you see me pour that green looking smoothie stuff on my meats, the elevation of flavors. Now that soy sauce was not open, so let's let's open it first before we pour it in. That's what we could just do. Make us go When you come to the end of your onions or your garlic or your bell pepper or your shallots and you don't have everything used, try not to discard it. Maybe put it in a sandwich bag, because you can always add those end pieces so you won't waste those vegetables to your green seasoning. I did add a couple end pieces that I had left over from some spaghetti I might have made one evening, or I made a sandwich and I wanted a little onion on my sandwich, and I saved the rest of it. Also, that will be really good in here is purple onion. The purple onion really adds a great flavor as well. So if you have some purple onion, you can use purple onion. You can use yellow onion. You can use your white onion. I like white onion. I think because it's so bold in flavors. Oh. Making a mess here. The white onion is so bold, but if you add a sweet onion to that also would be a great idea. So customize it, have fun with your food, do things that you like, add things that you like. I'm definitely going to take you guys through the entire process, because I do feel like you need to see, like, oh, she didn't peel the ginger all the way. No, I did not peel the ginger, the outside skin all the way. I washed it really well with the brush, with a soft bristle brush to get any type of dirt. And I'm sure people put their hands on it, so you do want to get in there with a little vinegar and baking soda, or if you like to use a dime size of Dawn, and scrub it really well. But yes, the outside of the ginger root goes inside as well, but you do want to peel all of the skin off of your garlic. And for me, the more garlic the better. I wish I would have added more, maybe 2 heads of garlic instead of 1, but again, you always want to try to use what you have on hand. Try to cut costs a little bit. Things are so expensive. You do not want to be wasting your grocery. Now, I knew it wasn't going to have the type of heat that I wanted, because habanero peppers, they are spicy, but they're not a ghost pepper, and they're not the Scotch bonnet. But I said, let me go ahead and add the crushed red peppers now, because I knew it wasn't going to be spicy enough. And when I eat my jerk, I kind of want to have the sniffles a little bit. I kind of want a little allergy nose run because of the spice. I really, really love the spiciness on my jerk. I swear you remember who you are. Now that's how you know it was good. That's how you know it's good, when you have to scream out really loud in the kitchen, your food is tasting good. So we're gonna give it a good mix, and we're gonna put it in some Tupperware bowls to keep it fresh. I go through this stuff really fast, so it's not gonna stay in the refrigerator for maybe 4 days, because I do use it, and I cook obviously I cook a whole lot, and I use it in a lot of my dishes because it's so good. So definitely try this green season recipe. No, it's not authentic, air quotations, but it's really good and it's really close. Now, I like Italian parsley. I don't really like I mean, regular parsley is good, but Italian parsley, I feel like it elevates it a little bit more. But you know what time it's for. It's time to clean this nasty ass chicken. So let's get over here to the sink. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
Overthink tomorrow when we're alright. That's when we forget just who we are. Make us come together and it's alright. That's when you remember who you are. Overthink tomorrow when we're alright. That's when we forget just who we are. Make us come together and it's alright. That's when you remember who you are. Overthink tomorrow when we're alright. That's when we forget just who we are. Make us come together and it's alright. That's when you remember who you are.
For my Caribbean followers, I would love some feedback in the comment section on things to try next time or things to work on, because I love jerk chicken, I love jerk ribs, I love any Caribbean style of cooking. So this recipe is basically my interpretation, the southern interpretation of jerk chicken. I think it's extremely good. It goes for any tailgate experience, especially if you follow these guidelines. Now, if it's too spicy, leave the spice out. We like spicy stuff over here. I think I put a lot of spice in a lot of my dishes. Green beans, collard greens, mustard greens, ham hocks, pork, like a pork shoulder, and chicken. So we do use our fair share of spice here. So you can omit that or put some in. But all my Caribbean followers, let me know in the comment section, how am I doing so far with this jerk chicken recipe?
Tomorrow when we're alright. That's when we forget just who we are. Make us come together and it's alright. That's when you remember who you are.
typically you would want to brown your chicken in a skillet with some brown sugar and oil or butter, but we're not taking all of those steps today. We're going to use this browning to give it that dark, rich color, and we're just going to mix it extremely well. Mix it extremely well. You want to rub this chicken down and marinate it really good. Get all of those seasonings in there. If you need gloves for this, put you some gloves on, but my hands are clean and I need to be able to feel this meat and make sure I get the seasoning in all of the cracks and crevices.
Come together and it's alright. That's when you remember who you are. Hold your hands and power when we're alright. That's when we forget just who we are. Make us come together and it's alright. That's when you remember who you are.
Another important step, you want to let this sit as long as you can. So I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for a few hours because I do have enough time before the rest of the company gets here. If you can do this the night before, please do. The longer you let it sit, the better that it tastes. I only have 4 hours to spare, so that's what I'm going to do. So let's get this into the fridge and move on to our next step. Now, pasta salad. There is a right and wrong way to make pasta salad. I do think sometimes people do a little too much. I also think sometimes people don't do enough. My only recommendation is don't add all of that sour ass vinaigrette dressing. That's just too much. Stop adding those big cubes of cheese. Those big platter size cubes of cheese. Stop adding those. Leave those for platters. My next thing is when it comes to meat inside of it, you get two meats. This is not a meat lovers pasta salad. Not meat lovers. This is not pizza. You want to at least stick to two and make sure the two make sense. Make sure they're cured meats. Don't go get the bologna out of the meat department. Don't put that bologna in this pasta salad. This recipe is quick and it's refreshing. It's light. It's not too sweet. It's not too savory. Air quotation salty. And I think this will be a great introduction. Now I am going to add a couple of things in it that I like extra of. Of course, y'all know I'm an onion lover. So I probably will add more onion to it. But also my guests like onions as well. With that red onion, sometimes you do need to soak it in a little ice water for about 5 minutes to take some of the edge off, but I usually don't do that because we're okay with the flavor. I did want to try this different type of dressing, this Fuji dressing that I'll show you here in a minute once I get the rest of the seeds out of the cucumber. You can keep the seeds in, but I do feel like it gives it a better crunch instead of that mushiness when you de-seed the cucumber. You can buy seedless cucumber, but that's just another question. I have another question about seedless cucumbers, but we're not going to spend no time on it today. Let's get these tomatoes sliced. We have to get some beautiful shots of the vegetables for TikTok. That's why the screen is kind of jumping or going back and forth. I don't know exactly what it's doing on your end, but it's kind of jumping. But if you're not following me on TikTok, it's Giselle Eats with 3 E's. I would love to see you over there. Now, let's get these chicken wings into the oven. I preheated the oven at 375 and we're gonna roast these chicken wings. I'm gonna pack them in here tight. Yes, the rack will allow the heat to circulate through the bottom of the pan, so I feel like I can put them in there tight and it's still gonna give me that nice crusty top, almost like if we were putting them on the grill. We are going to baste these. You know, usually I baste things 3 times, but I'm only going to baste these once because of how rich the sauce is on top, the marinade. Do not throw the marinade away. We're going to use it. I'm going to show you how we're going to use it to make a little jerk sauce to brush our wings with. But let's get them into the oven so we can start working on other things. Now, y'all have seen me make pasta noodles several times now. So, just the normal stuff. We're going to use a little bouillon. We're going to use a little bit of salt. We're going to try to season the pasta noodles a little differently than what we would season for our macaroni or other Alfredo dishes and stuff like that, because we want to build on flavors, and since we're trying to keep this pasta salad light and refreshing with a little bit of zing and zestiness to it, I'm not using your traditional noodles. I'm deciding to go with fettuccine noodles instead of that tricolor or a bow tie. I think this will give a nice, beautiful presentation, and the guests will be like, I've never had pasta salad like this. Try to switch it up a little bit. Try different noodles with your pasta salad. No, it's not gonna boil over. I think it's just this angle, but let's try the fettuccine. Why not? I didn't have to buy it. It was already in the cupboard, so we're gonna use it. Now let's get these noodles to the sink and let's strain them really well. I am not going to rinse the noodles off because I kind of want them to keep that sticky, tacky consistency, because I do want to sprinkle more flavor on the noodles. And I'm thinking about using black pepper, some more of the Creole seasoning, and some Italian seasoning to bring up that Italian dressing that you would get kind of almost like from the vinaigrettes, because this one I did taste the dressing. It needs a little bit more of that herby kind of taste to it, so I am going to add a little Tony's or a Creole seasoning, black pepper, and some Italian seasoning. We're going to put a little cheese inside of the pasta salad now, and then we're going to garnish it with a little bit more cheese later. I think this needs to sit in the refrigerator for about an hour to give it the full flavor. The longer the better. I actually like my pasta salad room temperature, but I'm sure the guests are not going to want warm pasta salad. So let's get it cooled off about 45 minutes to an hour to let all the flavors come together. Now with our chicken marinade, this sauce right here, this marinade here is raw. So we want to bring it up to temperature and cook the chicken juice and that rawness off of it. So we're gonna put it in the pot. We're gonna put it on medium-low heat with about a quarter stick of butter and a little bit of maple syrup, just a little bit. Also check for your saltiness at this point. Once you cook it, not right now. Once you've had this on the stove for about 15 to 20 minutes and the butter has melted, check for your saltiness. Check for your if you want a little bit more spicy, if you need a little bit more garlic, if you want a little bit more of onion powder. I'm adding maple syrup to this. If the sauce is too thick for you and you want it to be a little bit thinner, add a little bit of water. It will not hurt. All the flavor is here, but I feel like maple syrup will help it get sticky and add a little bit of sweetness, since we didn't do the original way of browning with the brown sugar. The maple syrup will give it that maybe there is some brown sugar here, but it's not there. So make sure you cook the rawness out before you add this sauce to your cooked chicken. So we have cooked this for 20 minutes. So now let's apply this rich sauce to our chicken. We're only going to glaze it once. We're going to glaze it. We're going to put it under the broiler. We're going to watch it because we don't want it to get too dark, but we want it to get a nice crusty top. We're going to glaze it, and then we're going to stick it up under the broiler for about 3 to 5 minutes with the door cracked open so we can watch it. Since we're doing a little Caribbean style tailgating today, let's fix something bright and fruity and vibrant. So I'm gonna add some ice to this glass. I'm gonna add ice to this glass, and we're gonna do this deep root. What is this called? Deep. Did y'all see that? I think deep root or deep Freddy's. Yeah, deep Freddy's grapefruit vodka with a little bit of ginger ale for my guest. Now, I am going to add a little bit of lime to this because I think she'll enjoy it a little bit better. But it's so good. But let's get these jerk wings out of the oven and plated for the festivities. The game is on, and we're in full tailgating mode, and I want to make things look pretty. I'm sure they've been drinking for a little while now. I got to get some food on their stomachs before they get a little too rowdy. But you always want to make your stuff look extremely gorgeous when the food is prepared and have a beautiful presentation. They tend to eat it up a lot more. So we're gonna lay our beautiful jerk wings on this green leaf lettuce. Trust me, this presentation and with this recipe will be amazing for any tailgating experience, any girl meetup time, even Sunday dinner. If you have any more jerk sauce left over, this will be the time that you would go in and tap it to give it that real high gloss flavor. But my green seasoning is so amazing. We're going to actually drizzle some on top of this. It's so good, guys. It's so good. Now today, baby, I'm not fixing you no plate. You can fix your own plate. This is buffet style. Get you a plate, get you a fork. You definitely gonna need a napkin because you talking about sticky, icky, ooey gooey. Sticky, icky, ooey gooey. Thank y'all so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.